Welcome to the IPF 2021 World Open Sub-Junior and Junior Masters Classic Powerlifting Championships. We're here at the Eleiko headquarters in Halmstad, Sweden. Really grateful to Eleiko for inviting us here. Set your bar high, be kind and do more of what makes you stronger is the ethos that drives them. They've provided us a place to have our competition and the equipment to do it with. We have so many of those beautiful Eleiko combo racks and bars and plates in the warm-up room and in the training rooms provided. We're also grateful to SBD. They are manufacturers of apparel that is relied upon by strength athletes all over the world. Also sponsored by StrengthLog, that is the Swedish app that allows you to record your workouts and PBs. We could not do this competition without them. Of course, Eleiko and SBD do so much more than sponsor the competition. They support athletes, federations, and the sport as a whole. We're ready to go on platform 2. This is the sub-junior 93 kilo and 105 kilo categories. And we are kicking off with Ahmet Enis Akpolat from Turkey. He's in the 105s and he is opening his squat at 150 kilos. That's nice and easy. So we've got two weight classes, one age class. They're all sub-juniors. That means they're a maximum of 18 years old. Running this group as one group. So we'll have the 105s and 93s all coming out together. Hermanni Järvenpää from Finland. He's asked for 185 kilos. His PB is 202.5. Squatted 200 last month at the Finnish Nationals. Slow and steady. God gets him 3 white lights. Tarik Osman next from South Africa. 16 years old. Brand new lifter, only been competing for 1 year. Squatted 205 at the South African Nationals in April. That was a very fast descent. All the way to the bottom in a blink of an eye. Gave him no trouble at all to stand up though. All the lifters so far have been 105s, but we have their first 93 kilo lifter coming out now. Andrej Smetanik from Czechia. 18 years old, he's going to move up to the juniors next year. But for the moment we have him in the sub-juniors. Opening his account with 195 kilos. That weight did not give him any trouble at all. Good lift for Smetanik. David Magas next from Poland. Coming out for 195. Nice depth. Drives the weight up. Next up, Connor Buck, South Africa. Two South Africans in this group. They're both in the 105s. Each country can send a team of 8 lifters in each age class. And if you drop one age class, you can put a maximum of 2 together. Connor Book, 195. Stands up very easily. Centre referee was not happy with the depth, but the side refs were, so that's 2-1, a good lift. Maxim Horobai, Ukraine. Coming out for 205 kilos. Listed PB is 215. If you want to follow along on the score sheet, which does make it easier to follow a powerlifting competition, you can do so at goodlift.info. Very deep, maybe a little bit deeper than he wanted. That was quite difficult to stand up with for an opener. Nevertheless, it was a good lift. He is on the board. 212.5 now for Sylvan Heinen from Netherlands. Coached by Piotr van den Hoek. He's been busier than a one-armed paper hanger today. Very deep, very controlled. Kept his position really well. 3 white lights. Dominic Fischer now from Austria. He's in the 93s. The graphic that's going to come up on your screen as he comes out to the platform, which is going to be any second now. If we look up in the top left of that white bar, you can see that he's a 93 kilo sub-junior, and the rest of the information is going to populate on this graphic as we work through the competition, so keep your eye on this as it comes up. But for the moment, here's Dominic Fischer, opening his squat at 212.5, I'm sorry. Little bit shaky there at the bottom of the squat. His knee sort of came out a little bit. He's got 2-1 failure. The side referee didn't like the depth, and the centre referee didn't like the lockout. So that's 2-1, no lift. Ivan Panfilov next from ROC. He's the last lifter to come out in the 105s. And this will take him straight to the top of the squat table. The timer on the right hand side is the 60 seconds he has to start his lift. He doesn't have to complete his lift in that time, but he does have to start it. That was very easy. Popped straight up. Sousa Oliver next from Hungary. $230 kilos. This is PB is 250, so this should be super easy. Clock is ticking for Sousa. Here he comes. I think this is his first international competition. Easy. But not deep enough. He has to, the hip crease has to pass below the top of the knee, so it must break parallel. Parallel is not enough. But that weight was so easy for him, I'm sure he can get that on his next attempt. Here's Jack Hopkins from Great Britain. Sent out today by Jason Coultman, head coach for the juniors. Been lifting a while, but this is his first international, I think. Good lift for Jack. One more squat in the opening round. And that is Malik Benoussi Triole from France. He has asked for a massive 267.5 kilos to open his account with. And he looks fierce and determined as he comes out and addresses the bar. Careful descent. I'm not certain he took that far enough. He did not. So that is no lift. That is fully 3 of the 6 93-kilo lifters have not made their opening squat. All of the 105s got their opener in. So here are the rankings as we go through to the second round. Panfilov from Horobai from Margus, and Hopkins from Heinen from Smetanik. Here's Ahmed Enes Akpolat from Turkey. He's gone up 15 kilos. Deep as you like, easy up. And that is a good lift for him. Finish lifter out next. Javen Parr. Also in the 105s. Opened at 185, gone up to 200. That's a tough squat, but he stayed with it. He kept pushing, and he's rewarded with 3 white lights. David Margas next from Poland. You can see from the graphic that he had a successful attempt at 195. He's gone to 205 now, and this will move his squat rank from 4 to 2. So it'll put him in silver medal position for the moment. Quite close attempts on a lot of these 105 kilo lifters, so we'll see that position change with just about every lift. Nice depth. Had to put some work in to get that up, but it's a good lift. Maxim Horobai next, Ukraine. Only gone up 2.5 kilos. I wonder if that was deliberate or whether the coach was a little bit late getting his attempt in. Yeah, it's not easy. I think that was a deliberate small increment. It's a good lift nonetheless, and it moves him up to silver medal position for the moment. Andrei Smetanik next. What 210 kilos. Looking very assured in his first international competition. 3 white lights. 2 more lifters coming out for the same weight. First one is Tariq Osman from South Africa. It makes sense that a lot of these sub-juniors haven't competed internationally before. You can only compete within the IPF from your 14th birthday, and you pass out of the sub-juniors into the juniors the year after you turn 18. It's taken quite a big jump. Opened with 190, he's gone to 210. Oh, he just, the weight rolled up his back and he struggled to bring that back. You want to be putting all your energy into driving that bar upwards. As soon as it moves forward to the centre of gravity, then you have to put more work in to bring it back. Makes it so much harder. Connor Buck next, also from South Africa, also for 210. This will move him up to silver medal position. Sits it in, drives it up. Was that deep enough? 2-1, yes it was. Dominic Fisher did not get this on his opening attempt. Coming out for the same weight again, which I think is a wise thing to do. Because if you miss it for a second time, you are really in trouble. Depth is good. Two to one, a good lift. You really shouldn't walk out to the front of the rack there. It's not a rule as such. It's more a protocol because the spotters are not expecting it. And as they move in towards the rack to load the next weight, you end up tripping over each other. It's not so bad here. It's not up on stage. It's not going to fall off the front of the stage. But still, it's accepted procedure. Sylvan Heinen, 222.5. So we'll move him up one place. Fisher moved into second place in the 93s just then. Heinen will move ahead of him with this squat. Had to work for it. And that was successful. Heinen goes back up to second place. Sousa Oliver. Second attempt at 230. Really wants to get this one in. Well, I'm sure he really wanted to get his opener in. 230 kilos on the bar. This will take him up into second place. Easy, easy. And a good lift. He's on the board. On the board and in second place. 237.5 now. We're back to the 105s. Ivan Panfilov from ROC. He's gone up 12.5. He is leading the way in the 105s. That was certainly very comfortable. And a good lift. That pushes him out a good way in front in the 105s. We have Jack Hopkins next, sitting in first place for the moment. Open with 240. He's gone to 252.5. Listed PB is 255.5, so only 3 kilos up from here. Quite a wide stance. We'll need to sit back and down into that. He got a tiny bit out of position as he came up, but he's super strong and stood up no problem at all. 3 white lights. Now this is Malik Banoussi Triele from France. If he gets this, it pops him straight into first place above Hopkins. However, he did not make depth on his first attempt, so he will have recalibrated and understood the standard required now, and hopefully come up and will sink that.
Now we continue with Deadlift, platform 1. The bar is ready.
I don't think that was much different than the first one, really. Yeah, 2 to 1, no lift. Not deep enough. So he's under real pressure now. When he came onto the platform for his first lift, he was looking like the likely winner. And now he is going to struggle to make a total. Really under pressure to come out for your third squat with nothing on the board. So we're into the third round now, and here is Ak Polat from Turkey. Taking some quite big jumps. It's 15 kilos for you from second to third is quite a big jump. But it looked like he could have taken 20. That's a great squat from Ak Polat. That's 180. We have a runner lifters now taking 210 for their third. First one up is Hermani Järvenpää from Finland. This will be a considerable PB for him, 7.5 kilos on his stated PB. And that is a tough one, but he's pushing. Now he certainly got up with it. Did he get down? Yes, he did. That is a good squat. And he goes up to third place on squat for the minute. He's got his hands on the squat gold, but there are a few lifters who are looking to take that away from him. And here's the first one. David Margas from Poland. 210 on the bar. He is a very light in the class. He's only... Oh, that's tough, but he's driving it up. He absolutely deserves that. He put a lot of work into it. He's very light in class. He's only 95.85. So he's a heavy 93, really. And that's popped him up into second place. Still some squats to go in this class, though. Here's Tariq Osman. If memory serves, he failed this last time on depth.
No, it is
Oh, it rolled up his back. Yeah, I've just been reminded by my colleague that, yes, he did not stand up with it. And he didn't get it at his second attempt either, so that leaves him with the best of 190. At his first attempt at that weight, the weight just rolled up his neck a little bit and the weight got forward of him. Maxim Horobai, now from Ukraine. Last year as a sub-junior. He's gone up 5 kilos to 212.5, and this will move him up to the silver medal, pushing the Polish lifter down to third. Oh no, take it off him. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, 221, no lift.
He tried to drive it up, started to go down, the bar came forward, and that was no lift.
Third attempt.
Connor Buck next from South Africa with 2:15. He's currently in third place on squat.
Kawiti Sagat.
He's asked for 2:15.
From India. We are waiting for you on the platform. What?
And he is looking to swap his bronze medal for a silver. Very low bar position. I think that's a shame. I don't think that is deep enough. No. So it leaves him with the best of 210 and the bronze medal. Margas keeps the silver.
We have also taken out platform 1 with Siman.
Here comes Andrei Smetanik
Is ready.
for 220 kilos. This is actually in two groups. We have another group yet to come after these squats. They are the sub-junior 120 and 120 plus class. However, we have Smetanik on the platform at the moment. That looks like a very well judged third attempt. Not one more kilo would have gone. 220 for Smetanik. Dominic Fischer, Austria, missed his opener, took it again and was successful at 212.5. Has gone up 10 and is looking to take the squat bronze with this lift. Depth look good. And that's 3 white lights for Fischer, moving him up to bronze medal position for now. However, Heinonen would like that position back. He has asked for 225, which will move him ahead of the Austrian. Absolutely fantastic effort from this young lifter. Brilliant from Heinen. If a fly had landed on that bar, it would not have gone. That was absolutely at the limit. And that gave him the squat bronze medal. Superb lifting. Susa Oliver next from Hungary.
Wait, please, out the platform. Out the platform, please, sorry. Okay, the bar in the center, please. Okay. The bar is running now for
250 on the bar for Susa Oliver. This will not improve his position. He will take the squat silver in the 93s. Easy. Easy lift for Susa Oliver, and he walks away with the squat silver. Ivan Anfilov next. He's in the 105s. Opened with 225, went up to 237.5, and he's gone up another 12.5 to 250. He's already got the gold medal on squat, but this is all about building a total. And he's going to want as many kilos on the board as he possibly can. That looks really comfortable. You have to think he had easily another 5 kilos in him, but it's easy to be wise with hindsight. Better to get a lift and feel like you could do more than fail a lift and wish you tried for less. That gave him the gold medal in squats. So, Jack Hopkins now, looking for 257.5. He is challenging for the overall positions as well as the squat. Excellent squat. This really high standard of lifting here today. That's a good lift for Jack. He's sitting in gold medal position. One more lift to go in this class, and that is Malik Bernoussi-Trile. He has not managed to get a lift in so far. So under real pressure now. If he doesn't get this, he can still continue to lift and he can win medals in bench and deadlift, but he cannot challenge for the overall. He cannot make a total. What do the referees say? They say it's good. He goes from absolutely nowhere straight to the squat gold medal. That's dramatic lifting indeed. So that pushes Jack Hopkins down to silver medal position, and Sousa Oliver takes the bronze. Heinen is now out of the medals. We are now going straight through to the second flight, which is the 120 and 120 plus sub-juniors. Here's Jan Tuszynski. He has asked for 180 kilos for his opener. And that is a good lift.
190 on the bar for Lukas Dimik from Finland.
Lukas Dimik from Finland.
Bar is loaded on 2.
Opening with 190. Lists his PB as 207.5. Very nice squat, no deviation in position whatsoever. He's squatting in deadlift slippers. You should really go at the back of the rack. Whether you squat in heels or flats is entirely down to individual proportions and personal preference. Ivan Georgiev from Bulgaria. .200 kilos on the bar. Keeps his chest up, flicks his elbows up to drive the bar, and that is a great lift for Ivan. Horváth Matthias Kolos from Hungary next. He has requested 200 kilos for his opener.
300 kilo platform 1.
Easy. Very easy indeed. We are in the 120 plus now. Nika Lukaja from Georgia. 18 years old, last year as a sub-junior.
The bar is ready for which color is that?
He has requested 250 kilos for his opener.
Bar is loaded.
Clock is ticking. He's just getting plenty of chalk on his hands, making sure his grip doesn't slip.
Isaac, 320 kilo platform 1.
Come on, let's get serious now.
Knee popped out a bit at the bottom, but the weight did not trouble him one bit. Strong lift. Mohamed Imranoza from Turkey. Quite a big Turkish team at this event in the juniors. He has requested 250 kilos to be loaded onto the bar to open his squat account. Very nice squatting, nice and upright, pushes his knees out. Good lift. Mikael Salamäki from Finland. Also in the supers, opening at 252.5. This is already above his stated personal best. Getting a huge amount of support and advice from his coach. Sits it in, brings the weight up, and that's a good lift. Takes him to the top of the 120 plus for the moment.
270 kilos on the bar for Poland.
Bartłomiej Tuszyński from Poland.
Bar is loaded on 2.
Coming out for 270. He has requested racks in, and that is so easy on the new Eleiko combo racks. Those levers go up, the racks go in. If he had requested racks in on the when he set his rack height, the clock would have been reset as it would have been a platform error, but clearly he didn't, as the clock has not been reset, so it was his error. So the adjustment comes out of his platform time. He's still got 20 seconds on the clock. Now he handled the weight very well indeed. And that's a good lift. Christian Muczynski next. He's the third lifter coming out in sub-junior 120s, and he's opening heavier than most of the supers. 285 kilos, only 15 kilos short of the world sub-junior record. So let's see how this moves. If this goes well, we may see a record attempt coming up. Looks up to the command, receives it.
Very quick. And good lift, 3.5.
Very strong. Very strong indeed. That takes him to the top of the 120s.
From Poland, head coach, come to the table, please. 25. Bars loaded.
And we have one more squat in the opening attempt. Artem Chikalov, ROC, opening with 285. That's a huge weight. It didn't look to be that heavy. He moved it very easily. 2 to 1, a good lift. One referee indicating that they did not like the depth, but it was 2 to 1. It's good enough. So that gives us Machinsky from Georgiev from Dimik. And in the supers, Chikalov from Machinsky from Salamaki. We have a long way to go in this competition though, so these positions could change very quickly. We have 2 lifters called Chichinsky in this group. I wonder if they are related. This is Jan. (15 years old). And that's a good lift for him at 195. Lukas Dimik from Finland. He's in the 120s. This will move him up to 2nd place, above the Bulgarian lifter for now. He's lighter than the Bulgarian. So if he squats the same weight, the lighter lifter moves ahead. That's a very assured squat. Keeps his position very, very well. Coach really needs to tell him to come out to the back of the rack there. Ivan Georgiev from Bulgaria. Took 200 for his opener. He's looking for 210 this time out to move ahead of the Finnish lifter. Clock is ticking for Ivan.
Next lifter from Italy, Di Faro, Giacomo Zavala's rolling.
30 seconds to go now. Is he not coming out for it? I can't see him in the wings, so maybe he isn't coming out for it. If you decide you're not going to take your attempt, it is considered to be good manners to put a weight in. If you scratch completely, that reduces the amount of time the other lifters have to recover. So it is considered to be good sportsmanship to put an attempt in and run the clock. If a lift has been put in, we must run the 60 seconds that they are allowed for their platform time, which has now elapsed. So that is a no lift for Georgiev. Perhaps he's conserving his energy and he will come out for 3rd. We'll soon see. Horvath from Hungary. He has added 17.5 to his opener. This is 217, his PB is 230, so we have some room to manoeuvre yet. Of course, it's so difficult to do your best work on the international platform with travel and unusual environment, but that is a good lift for him. Mikhail Salamaki. Taking quite a modest 7.5 kilo increase from his opener.
Is ready for Poland. Platform 1. Poland, please.
Has a very vocal coach. I think that would distract me more than anything if I was under the bar and my coach was shouting at me like that. Here's Mikhail Salamaki from Finland. He has 260 on the bar. Pushes into depth, drives the bar up. He is happy with his squat And so the referees. Nika Lakaja next.
Platform 1, 221, Deadlift. And arms about reloaded from Hungary, Milan Banat.
From Georgia.
The bar is loaded, platform 1.
He's gone up 15 kilos. This will move him up to 3rd place for the moment. Weight came forward a little bit, but he's certainly very strong. Didn't give him any trouble to stand up with. So that moves him up to 3rd place for now. But here we have Mohamed Imran Oza looking to move ahead. He will move into 2nd place with this. He's lighter than the Polish lifter. In fact, we have 2 Polish lifters in this group. It's Bartolomiej that's in the lead. Jan is lower down the field. So this is Oza, 270 on the bar. He's taken a 20 kilo increase. Very nice squat, very nice indeed. And that moves him up to 2nd. Bartolomiej Tuzinski, Poland. Open with 270, sitting in 3rd at the minute. This 285 will move him ahead of the Turkish lifter, ahead of Oza, but not ahead of Chikalov, the ROC lifter, as he is heavier by 10 kilos nearly. 285 kilos on the bar for a sub-junior lifter. Nice. Very good. More to come there, I think. We have 1 red light for depth, but 2 to 1, a good lift. 295 for the 120 lifter, Christian Muczynski. This is now only 5 kilos below the world record. He looked very strong under 285. And he looks strong under 295. That's a good lift. You have to think we're going to see a world record attempt on his next attempt. I think we're going to see 300.5 going for his 3rd. Chikalov in the 120s from ROC. 16 years old. He's about to come out and squat 300 kilos. Already in 1st place. This will push him out a bit further. Coming under a bit of a challenge from the Polish lifter. And he drives that up. 300 kilos. That is a good lift. So here are the rankings for the moment. Muczynski from Dimick from Georgiev in the 120s. Chikalov from Tuzinski from Oza in the 120 plus. And there it goes. We just saw the 300.5 go in for a world record attempt for Here we go, third round of squats for the heavyweights and super heavyweights. Ivan Georgiev leading us out. 210, he missed this last time. Oh, he didn't come out for it. That's right. And it doesn't look like he's coming out for this one. So that gives us a moment to thank our sponsors. Eleiko, manufacturer of the best platform equipment in the world, as seen on this combo rack right here, and a fantastic power bar. And SBD, manufacturers of apparel relied upon by strength athletes across the world. And you can just see the Strength Log logo as well. That's a Swedish app where you can record your workouts and PRs. And the clock ticks now. You can see that's 5, 4, 3. We're going to time out Ivan Georgiev. I hope he's not injured. I hope he just didn't fancy another one. He's taken the bronze medal on squat anyway. And that is no lift for him. And we go to the next lifter, who is Lukas Dimick in the same class. Lukas is now going to assured of the silver medal on squat. But he's going to want to put as many kilos on the board as he possibly can. Sits it in, drives it up, and that's a good lift. 210, silver medal on squat. Here comes Jan Tuczynski, one of our 2 Polish lifters called Tuczynski in this group. This is the younger one, 15 years old, coming out for 210. Ooh, and he pushes through. Slowed down a little bit, push through the sticking point, and that's a good lift. He is 343. Super fast spotting and loading team we've got here today. Horváth Matthias Kolos coming out next from Hungary. He's added another 10 kilos. This is 227.5. Nice squat for Horváth. Mikhail Salamaki next with 265. He's gone up another 5 kilos. Clock is ticking for Mikhail. I can't see him yet. Here he comes. This will move him up one. And he's driving through it. He stood up with that. He pushed through the sticking point and he's delighted. I can only presume that's his dad as well as his coach in the wings there. Nika Lukasia next from Georgia with 272.5. Open with 250, went to 265. He's added another 7.5 kilos now. And this will move him up to bronze medal position in squat. No, that's not quite there today. No, he is helped back into the rack by the spotters. That leaves him with the best of 265 and outside the medals. Oza from Turkey. This means he is absolutely guaranteed at least the bronze. If he gets this, he'll move up to silver. This will be a 10 kilo PB. Excuse me.
345 kilo.
Took a 20 kilo jump from his opener. This is another 15 kilos on his second. And that is very well judged indeed. He moves up to silver. However, Tajinski would like to have that back, please. So he's going to attempt 295. Open with 270. Took a 15 kilo jump to 285, and now he's added another 10. So he's going to come out for the squat silver.
For silver medal position, provisional silver medal.
Huge squat for the Polish lifter.
Yes, Kotowa, go!
Drives it up. What do the referees think? 2-1, that's a good lift. He goes home with the silver, and Oza has to be satisfied with the bronze on squat. 2 squats left today, and this is a world sub-junior record for Christian Muczynski. 300.5 kilos. This record has stood since 2017. Takes his time. He has looked very strong indeed. 285 and 295 presented very little trouble.
Yes!
20 seconds on the clock.
For Italia, gold medal. Instant. 10-minute breaks. 10-minute breaks, Sasha, please.
That was very easy indeed. What is the verdict? That is 3 white lights and a new sub-junior world record for Christian Muczynski. Artem Chikalov, ROC. Last squat of the day on this platform. This is 305. 5 kilo PB attempt. He already has the gold on squat. But he doesn't have the biggest deadlift, so he's going to want to get every kilo he can at this stage. 2-1, that is a good lift. 305 and the gold medal in squat to Chikalov. So we are going to take a 10-minute break right now, and I hope you'll join us back here for bench. Welcome back to the IPF World Classic Powerlifting Championships here in Halmstad, Sweden. We have a huge group on this session. We have the sub-junior 105s and 93s in Flight A, and then we have the sub-junior 120 and 120 plus in Flight B. So, huge number of lifters on this platform. We're going to start off the bench press with Connor Buck from South Africa. The bar is loaded for Connor, and he's coming out for 100 kilos. PB is 102.5, so he's only just a little bit under that. I just want to give a big shout out to Eric Marta, who just donated a can of caffeine drink for me to keep me going through this session. I seemed a little bit loose on the chest, but he had no trouble with driving that back up to lockout. Good lift for Connor Buck, he is on the board. Next up we have Ahmed Enis Akpolat from Turkey. He's going to attempt 105 for his opening bench. Strong press, that looked like a good lift. And that's 3 white lights. Tariq Osman next from South Africa. 2 South Africans in the 105 sub-juniors. Here's the second one. 16 years old. He's going to open his bench with 105. PB's 110. And that's a good lift. David Magas next. Opening with 110. Good lift for David. Sylvan Heinan from Netherlands is going to, he's in the 93s, he's going to open at 132.5 for a stated PB of 140. Nice and easy there for Heinen. Dominic Fischer next from Austria. 137.5 for his opener. Right up against his PB of 140.
Turkey next lifter, the bar is loaded. Platform 1. Toptas Mirza.
Nice, strong press. Next up we have Andrej Smetanek from Czechia.
The bar is loaded. Poland, platform 1.
He has requested 140 kilos to be loaded to the bar for his opening bench.
Good lift. 3 more slides. Platform 1.
Receives the bar, starts his press, and that's a lovely opener.
Platform 1 for Austria. Battle
Good lift. Bar it.
Ivan Panfilov in the 105s. 2 weight classes in this group, 93 kilo and 105s. If you go to goodlift.info, you can find the live score sheet.
And now the bar is loaded. Wait.
Good lift for Ivan at 160. 160 again for Horabai from Ukraine. $160 kilos on the bar.
Platform 1.
A little bit slow as he moved it through lockout.
Bar is loaded for Wilson.
Pec dominant lifters, benchers tend to be fast off the chest and slow to lockout. Tricep dominant lifters struggle off the chest. This is Jack Hopkins. He's asked for 167.5 kilos. PB of 175. Nice. Very good opening attempt there for Jack Hopkins.
170 on the bar for Hermione.
And we have 170 now for Hermione Järvenpää from Finland.
Platform 1. Good lift. The bar is loaded. Platform 1 for Great Britain. May Bradley.
Drives it up. I wasn't too sure about lockout, but I'm not. Neither was the centre referee. I'm not at the best angle to see lockout from where I'm sitting. But that was 2-1, a good lift at any rate. So this is Sousa Oliver from Hungary for 172.5.
2-1, good lift. 2-1, good lift.
Bar is loaded, brother.
Platform 1. Platform 1.
Sousa Oliver in the 93 kilo sub-juniors. All of the lifters on this platform for the rest of this session will be sub-juniors, 14 to 18 years old. Takes the bar with his butt off the chest. That's a nice high arch. That's a strong bench.
Good lift on 2.
Puts him ahead for the moment.
Good lift. 2 right.
180 for money.
But here comes Malik Bonusi Triole for 180 kilos. This is a world sub-junior record. The record currently stands at 179.
Second attempts for India. Kawiti Saga.
He has asked for 180. Of course, he could have requested 179.5. And that is a sub-junior world record for Malik Banusi Triole.
107.5 for Canada.
And so we go into the second round of bench in the first flight with Connor Buck, 107.5.
The bar is loaded for South Africa. It was Dolly for the first attempt for Furman Justin. We need this lift.
A little bit slow with the right arm, slow to lock out, but a good lift nonetheless. At 107.5. Tariq Osman up next with 112.5. That's quite a big jump on bench. He's opened with 105, gone to 112.5. However, it is a good strategy to give yourself a nice, easy opener. You're not going to use up too much energy, and you give yourself some confidence. However, a big jump means that if you don't get it, you're giving away a lot of kilos. But here's Osman for 112.5. 2.5 kilo PB attempt. Sinks in a long way. There's nothing wrong with that as long as he doesn't sink anymore after he gets the press command. And that's 3 white lights for Osman. Akpolat next from Turkey. Gone up 10 kilos from his opener. This is 115.
The bar is ready. Platform 1 for Finland. Alfred Daniel.
Good lift there for Akpolat. David Margas is coming out for 117.5.
The bar is loaded. No way. Platform 1. No
Brand
way.
new lifter, only been competing for 1 year. He'll go to the juniors next year. That's a good lift for Margas. Sylvan Heinen now in the 93s. Opened with 132.5. He's taking quite a conservative jump to 137.5.
Platform 1.
Strong press there, got very long arms. That bar has to travel a very long way indeed. But that's a good lift for him. Dominic Fischer from Austria coming out for 145. This will move him up to 4th place. Just a little way outside the medals there. But this is only the second round. Opened with 137.5. Gone up to 145.
Stadek Sebastian.
Easy. That was strong press, moves up 2 places, goes straight to 4th.
150. We'll take down the bar loaded.
Deadlift, platform 1.
But Smetanic is now coming out for 150, so he will move ahead of the Austrian lifter if successful.
Matthew Ludwig, platform 1.
Little bit of work to do to move that through the sticking points, but a successful lift at 150, and that moves him up to 4.
For maximum 30.
We are up to into the 105 kilo class now with Maxim Horobai from Ukraine. Opened with 160, he's gone up to 165. This will move him into second. No, he's in second, my apologies. He is lighter than the ROC lifter. Considerably lighter actually, 97 kilos. He's quite light in class.
Sorry, Doris. Platform 1. The bar is loaded for 50, platform 1.
3 wide,
Good
50.
lift for Horobai.
167.5 for Ivan.
However,
Bar is loaded.
Ivan Panfilov from ROC is coming out for 167.5, which will move him ahead of the Ukrainian lifter.
Good lift. 3 white card. The bar is loaded, platform 1 for Great Britain. Labour Adelaide.
Careful descent, nice and controlled, and that moves him up to second.
152.
He has the provisional bronze medal specialist.
175 for Jack Hopkins.
Jack Hopkins
Bar loaded.
took the silver medal in squat. This lift will move him up to silver in bench.
Two to one, good lift. 2 to 1, good lift, platform 1.
Matches his current PB.
The bar is loaded, platform 1 for Isley, Whistler, Isaac. Platform 1, the bar is loaded.
Good lift for Jack.
Bar is loaded for Finland. Imani.
180 now
On 2.
for Järvenpää from Finland. Already sitting in gold medal position. Lost out on a squat medal on body weight. Looking for the gold on bench. That was a tough press. It was a good lift, but you have to wonder how much more he has left to give there. 182.5 now for Sousa Oliver. This is a world... Okay, so we had the French lifter take the world record on his opening lift. But now we've got Sousa Oliver looking to snatch that away. And his second, this is 182.5 for a sub-junior world record on bench.
At the moment, he has the gold medal in this
We'll move him up to first in bench press. He's a little way behind in the overall. Easy. Very easy indeed. That is a new sub-junior world record for Sousa Oliver from Hungary. However, here comes Malik Bernoussi Triole to take that back with 185. We are trading world records backwards and forwards. And it's only the second round. 180 looked easy. This is only 5 kilos more. He only had that world record for 5 minutes. He'd like to keep hold of it a bit longer, please.
World record from Sousa.
Tough off the chest, but drove it home no problem, and that is a new world record again for Malik Bernoussi Triole. And both of those lifters still have lifts to go. So this is where we are in the standings. Panfilov from Yarvan from Horabai in the 105s. Bernoussi Triole from Hopkins from Oliver in the 93s. So this is Connor Buck with 110. No, he's fighting it, but the bar went up and down. He had already failed that. Leaves him with the best of 107.5.
$115 for Tariq. Bars loaded.
Sorry, no need. Thank you, the spotter.
Tariq Osman
The bar is ready for Czechia.
took 112.5 for his second. He's looking for 115 this time. That's a good lift for Tariq.
122.5 for David.
Here's David Vargas for 122.5. This matches his current PB.
The bar is loaded. Platform 1 for Finland. Armstead Daniel.
No.
No left.
Ground to a halt, wouldn't go anywhere. Leaves him with the best of 117.5. He is currently in 4th place. However, here comes Akpolat. He has gone up another 10 kilos.
Bar is loaded on 2.
221, good lift. Platform 1.
This will move him up to 4th.
The bar is loaded for Norway. Platform 1. Norway, platform 1.
Quite a narrow grip. Successfully took that to 4th place with 125.
42.5 for Suwan from the Netherlands.
And now we have Heinen.
Bar is loaded on 2.
221, good lift. Platform 1.
Coming out for 142.5. Was successful with 137.5. This is 5 kilos more.
Bar is loaded. Platform 1 for Georgia.
And he has to work for it, but I think that's good.
3 wides, good lift for Suwan.
Good lift for Heinen.
150 for
Dominic Fischer now.
Austria.
Austria with 150. This will be a 10 kilo PB. He's already got a 5 kilo PB. Would like another 5.
Good lift, 3 wide line. Platform 1. The bar is loaded for Poland. Platform 1. Stanley Sebastian, platform 1.
150 kilos on the bar. Third attempt for Dominic Fisher. And that's a good lift for the Austrian lifter. Andrei Smetanik next from Czechia. He's asked for 155. That'll move him ahead of the Austrian lifter.
The bar is loaded for Austria. Back there, Ludwig.
This will put him in 4th in bench. Won't move him up in the overall. He's fighting. That was a valiant effort, but it just was not going. Leaves him with the best of 150. Maxim Horobay out next for 167.5. He's in the 105s. This is only 2.5 kilos up from his second. And this will move him into silver medal position. Ahead of Panfilov. It's a valiant effort, but that just is not going. Leaves him with the best of 165. He's got the bronze medal on the bench press. And here we have Ivan Panfilov from ROC coming out for 172.5. He is guaranteed the silver medal on bench. He can't move up. He's in the lead in the overall. Some distance between him and the second place man. Strong. Well judged third attempt there for Ivan. Jack Hopkins out for 180. This won't move him up, but he is absolutely guaranteed the bronze on bench. $5 kilo PB and a bronze medal. That's a great bench for Jack Hopkins. Took the silver on squat and the bronze on bench. Here's Hermanni Järvenpää from Finland for 182.5, 400 pounds. He already has the gold. Just looking to add a little bit to his total.
Okay, the bar is loaded, platform 1, 207.5 kilos.
No, that's just not going. So that leaves him with the best of 180 and the gold medal on bench. So we have two lifters now that have put 187 on, 187.0. If the first lifter gets it, the second one will have to automatically go to 187.5. The first lift to attempt the weight will be the one with the lowest lot number, and that is Oliver, who has a lot number of 1. Lot numbers are set at random at weigh-in.
And now we continue with the next.
The lowest lot number goes first if 2 lifters attempt the same weight. But if 2 lifters press the same weight, the lowest body weight takes the win. So here we go. This is a world sub-junior record in bench. And there it is, easy as you like, 187.5, a new sub-junior world record for Sousa Oliver from Hungary. However, Malik Badusi-Trile goes automatically up to 187.5 to try and break that record by half a kilo.
You want to take it away from Sousa. Your bar is loaded.
Everything at stake here. There is a gold medal in bench and a world sub-junior record riding on this lift. 187.5 as a sub-junior 93 kilo lifter. Yeah, that's not going to go. It took a long while to get the press command because it was dancing about on his chest, did not come to a stand. It kind of hovered a bit and then danced around a little bit. So that's the silver medal for Badusi-Trile, and Sousa Oliver keeps the gold medal on bench and the sub-junior world record.
The second group. Bar loaded 95 kilos for Jan from Poland.
So we go through now to the Group B. Jan Tujinski from Poland with 95.
Deadlift, platform 1, pivot right. The bar is loaded for Czechia.
Good lift there for Tujinski.
Good lift on 1. 1 king. Over from Hungary. The bar is loaded.
Horvath Matthias Kolos from Hungary with 110.
Deadlift, platform 1. Platform 1.
For Lucas from Finland. Was loaded.
Finland, platform 1, Finland, platform 2.
Loaded. Good lift. 132.5 for Lucas.
Guys, ready, platform 1 for Georgia. From 1, Georgia. The bar is ready.
Good lift. For people on the left. 150 for Lucas, Georgia.
And that was a good lift.
Platform 1.
Just lost you for a second there, but we're back now. And this is Nikola Likaja from Georgia, coming out for 150 kilos. Very fast descent there. Benching without wrist wraps, and that's a good lift. At 150 kilos.
From Poland,
Christian Maczynski next at 152.5.
Platform 1 for Hungary. Milan Mana from Hungary. Malodi.
PB is 167.5. So this should look nice and easy. And that's a good lift. He's on the board with that.
from Turkey.
Mohammed Imran Ozar from Turkey next. He's asked for 155. Took the silver in squat. This will move him up to top of the table in bench for now, but there's still a couple of other lifters yet to make their openers.
This is the first attack. We have the silver medal provision.
Easy opener there.
The whites, good work. 160 on the bar. Ballarat for Artem.
Artem Chikalov from ROC. 160 kilos to pop him right to the top of the super heavyweight table on bench. Squatted 305 for the gold. This is 160 kilos. Sinks a long way, but there's nothing wrong with that as long as he doesn't sink any further after the command. And that's 3 white lights.
165 for
Bartłomiej Tuczynski from Poland for 165
Tobaris.
to move ahead of Chikalov.
Good lift, platform 1. Bar is ready for Ukraine, platform 1.
Bit of work to do there to drive that up, but it's a good lift and it takes him to the top of the supers.
190 kilos.
One more bench for the openers. And this is a world sub-junior record. The current record is 185. He's not bothered chipping it. He's gone straight in for 190. This is Ivan Georgiev from Bulgaria. Says his PB is 190. So he's opening on his own PB. Very fast descent and an easy drive up. That is a new sub-junior 120 kilo world record bench for Ivan Georgiev. These are the standings now as we move into the second round of bench. Maczynski from Georgiev from Dimik and Chikalov from Tuczynski from Oza in the supers. Jan Tuczynski is going to come out now for 105. Rotates his wrist round to get his weight above his centre of force. However, that does not work out for him, and that is a no lift.
Platform 117.5. Bars loaded. Forward from
Horvath Matthias Kolos from Hungary next.
Yes, the bar is loaded.
He is coming out for 117.5, 7.5 kilos up from his opener. And that's a comfortable bench. Really nice second attempt there.
1, 3, 5.
Lucas Dimmick has asked for 135 to be added to the bar. This is 5 kilos up on his opener and matches his current PB.
Bar is loaded, platform 2 for Russia Olympic Committee. What is it?
Ooh, it slowed down a lot, didn't quite come to a stop, and he managed to keep that moving all the way to lockout. I wonder how much more he's got in the tank though. Don't expect to see more than 2.5 kilos going on for his third. Mikhail Salomaki has requested 137.5.
Sorry, Doris, platform 1. And now it's for Russia Olympic Committee, platform 1. The bar is loaded.
And he's fighting it, but that has stopped moving. And that's no lift. He gets another attempt at that.
7.5
Into the 120s now.
for Kristen from
And
Poland.
we have
Bar loaded.
Machinsky. He took a sub-junior world record and the gold medal on squat. He's gone up 5 kilos from his opener. This is 157.5 kilos. He is not getting the start command. He's being told that he must lock out his elbows. Still got 25 seconds. I'm not in a great place to see lockout from here. He has got the command
Bar is loaded,
this time.
platform 1.
No, that's not going.
Sorry, no.
Gets another attempt at that. It does throw you off when you've unracked once and you set up again and do it again. So if he can nail that on his next attempt, he has every chance
Bar
of it.
is loaded for
Nikola Kauja from Georgia. This will move him up to bronze medal position on bench press.
Good lift. Bar loaded, platform 1 for Hungary.
This is a 2.5 kilo PB. His head has come up off the bench and it's not going anyway. But he wouldn't have got that because the head must remain in contact with the bench,
165 for
as must the
Iran
butt.
from Turkey.
So that's no lift. Mohammed Imran Oza from Turkey is coming out for 165. This will take the lead on bench. Quite a close fight for overall second and third, but we have got a long way to go in this competition yet.
Now we start with the last attempt. The bar is loaded, platform 1 for Poland.
That's a good lift for Oza. That moves him all the way to the top for now on bench press, third overall.
170 for Artem.
However, Artem Chkalov is coming out for 170.
platform one.
Good lift, 2-1 for Chkalov. Blue card on bench is either downward movement of the bar or lockout. I think in this case it would be lockout. Tajinski also coming out for 170, but he is heavier than Chkalov, so he will not take first place. That's slow, but he's driving it home. 170, good lift for Chikinski. Puts him at the top of the table in bench. But he is second overall at subtotal. So here we go with Ivan Georgiev. Took a world record in the sub-juniors at 190. And he's gone all the way up to 202.5. I think this is ambitious. I'm not sure I would have given him another 12.5 on this. And you have to ask where he thinks he's going to go on his third attempt, if he's added 12.5 to the world record this time out. But his coach knows him better than I do. And that did indeed go. 202.5 kilos and a new sub-junior world record for Ivan Georgiev. So here's where we are at the moment. Wojcinski from Georgiev from Dimick. Subtotal, there is quite a gap between the three top 120 kilo lifters. Chkalov from Tuchinski from Oza, and they are quite closely spaced. So we may see a fight in the 120 plus. So here we go now with Jan Tuchinski from Poland. Didn't manage this on his last attempt. And he is giving it everything, but that is just not going. Leaves him with the best of 95. Horath from Hungary for 122.5. Opened at 110, took 117.5 for his second, gone up another 5. Nice and easy there for Horvath. And we have Lukas Dimick next. Gone up 2.5 from his second. Taking some quite small jumps. He's a little way off the pace in the 120s on bench. Took the silver on squat. He's struggling to get that right arm locked out. Let's see what the referees make of it. And they say that's a good lift. That's the bronze medal in bench for Dimick. .137 as well for Salamaki, the other Finn. Salamaki is, however, in the 120 plus. Has the extremely vocal coach. Opened with 132.5, didn't manage 137.5 last time out. No,
No
just
lift.
not there. Leaves him with the best of 132.5.
157.5 for Christian from Poland.
And now we have Machinsky in the 120s.
The bar is
Didn't manage
no
this
lift.
on his second attempt. Guaranteed a silver medal though. Can't move up really. Georgiev is knocking world records out of the park like nobody's business. But Machinsky is looking to just add a little bit more to his total here.
5 kilo. On the platform. 1.
And that looks like it's gone this time. No, yellow cards from the side referees.
So he waits on the bar.
Now that could be because his butt came up or his feet moved. Unfortunately, I didn't get a view of that. But that was no lift for Machinsky. Leaves him with the best of 152.5 and the silver medal on bench. Nika Lekaja from Georgia for the same weight, 157.5. He also didn't make this second time around. If he... Nope, this won't give him a medal place even if he does make it.
Sasha, please. 10-minute breaks.
But it will add 7.5 kilos to his subtotal. Subtotal is your squat plus your bench. Add your deadlift to that and you get the total. That is... Oh no, that's just ground to a halt. Won't go any further. Leaves him with the best of 150.
We load the bar to 170.5. For Imran from
170 on the bar now for Oza. The other two lifters have all been successful at 170, and he is the lighter man in class, so this will push him into the gold medal position on bench for the moment, but those other two lifters still have to come out to do their third bench. And that looks good to me. What do the referees say? Good lift for Oza. Pushes him up to the top of the bench table in the 120 plus. However, here comes Tuchinski to move ahead with 172.5. Currently in bronze medal position. This will move him up to gold until Chkalov comes out and attempts 175. But here's Tuchinski. Nope, that is not going to go. That leaves him with the bronze medal on bench.
175.
He's placed second overall though. Leaves him with the best of 170. Chkalov is looking to swap his silver on bench for a gold, also to push himself out a little bit further in the lead in the overall competition. 3 red plates on the bar, 175 kilos. And I think he's got it. 3 white lights and the bench press gold. That pushes Oza down to silver in bench and pushes Chkalov's total out a little bit further. 1 more bench to go today. This is Ivan Georgiev. Every bench that he's done has been a world record. This one is no different. He's added 5 kilos to it. I said his last one was quite ambitious, but he made short work of it nonetheless. I'm going to say again, I think adding 5 kilos to it is ambitious, but he proved me wrong last time, and I'll be happy for him to prove me wrong this time again. And he is doing. He has managed to lock that out. That's a good lift. The gold medal in bench and a new world sub-junior record for Ivan Georgiev.
Boris,
We're
thank
going to
you.
take a 10-minute break and we'll be back for deadlift. Welcome back to the IPF 2021 World Open Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Classic Powerlifting Championships. We had the Masters on the first 3 days. The last 3 days have been Juniors and Sub-Juniors. This is the last day of those. And we have the heavyweight Sub-Junior and Junior Sub-Junior men on this platform. 93 kilo, 105 kilo in Flight A, 120, 120 plus in Flight B. We move to the open categories tomorrow. So we are in the deadlift round, and this is 160 kilos for Ahmed Enis Akpolat from Turkey. Good lift for Ahmed.
195 for Tariq Osman, South Africa. The bar is loaded.
Here comes Tariq Osman, 195. Nice and easy there for Tariq.
205 for David. The bar is loaded.
David Margas next, 205. Not sure he had his shoulders fully back there. One of the referees saw either downward movement of the bar or supporting, but 2-1, that's a good lift. Andrei Smetanik next.
The bar is loaded. Platform 1 for Great Britain.
215 kilos on the bar. Good lift for Andre. Here comes Conor Buck from South Africa. He's going to open at 215.
The bar is loaded. Platform 1 for Georgia.
He nearly lost his balance at the top there, but he managed to hold on to it. The centre referee gave him a blue card, but the two side referees were happy, so that's 2-1, a good lift. And here's Maxim Horobai for the same weight, 220. It's not the same weight, but it is 220.
The bar is loaded. Platform 1 for Austria.
Good lift for Maxim.
Good lift, platform 1.
230 for Ermani Finland. The bar is loaded.
Hermani Venpart next from Finland. He has requested 230 kilos, uses a rolling start. Three white lights and a good lift for Yarvenpart.
235. Bar is loaded for Souza.
Souza Oliver next. Traded world records with the French lifter on bench press. Won out in the end with 187.0. This is 235 kilos. Once all the lifters have one in, we can start to look at the overall placings. Fast.
Bar is ready. Platform 1.
240. Bar is loaded for Ivan.
Platform 1.
Here's Ivan Panfilov
It is
with
for
240.
the gold medal, total position, provisional, of course, provisional.
Really quick. Easy opener there.
Rewind with the
Takes him to the top of the board on deadlift.
bar is loaded for Sohan.
Sylvan Heinen,
242.
Netherlands, 242.5.
Deadlift.
Another nice easy opener.
The bar is ready. Platform 1
Rewind
from
with the
Norway.
bar is loaded. Same weight. Dominic, Austria.
Here's Dominic Fischer, 242.5.
Deadlift. Gold medal position from deadlift. Now we start with the second attempt.
Good lift there for Dominic.
And 265 for Malik.
265 on the bar for Malik Banusi Triole. This is a total world record in the sub-juniors.
Platform 1 from India.
This takes the total record by... Oh, wow, that was really quick. That puts 15 kilos on the world record.
A new world record for Malik.
However,
Without it for long.
here comes Jack Hopkins with a massive 285.
Also, attempt on the world record.
And this will take that world record off
Ballarat.
Malik Banusi Triole straight away. Huge lift for Jack.
Platform 1.
That was so easy. That takes Jack straight to the top of the 93 kilo class and gives him a sub-junior world record. French lifter is not having the best days, breaking world records and having them snatched away straight away.
170
So we move now into the second round. Panfilov is leading from Yavenpar from Horubai. And now Jack Hopkins is ahead of the French lifter, who is ahead of Oliver the Hungarian. Akpolat from Turkey with 170.
The bar is ready. Platform 1 for South Africa.
Rewind with left.
Good lift. David Margus out next.
215 for David from Poland. The bar is loaded.
Deadlift
215 kilos. That's 10 kilos up from his opener. Good lift for David Margas.
215 same weight for Tariq.
The bar is ready.
Bar
Platform
is loaded, Tariq.
Tariq Osman for 215.
Rewind good left.
Deadlift.
That's a good lift for Tariq.
225.
Bar is
230
loaded,
for
platform
Andre
1 from Finland.
from Czechia. The bar is loaded.
Andrej Smatanik from Czechia for 230.
Good lift. Bar is loaded. Platform 1
230 kilos.
for Ireland.
Has to do some work to get that moving, but a good lift for him.
Rewards with the same weight. Bar loaded for Maxi, Ukraine. The bar is loaded.
Maxim Horabai out for 230, the 105s. This will move him up to silver medal position on deadlift. He's in overall third.
No lift.
That is no lift for him. He gets another attempt at that, but Connor Buck is out next for 230. A little bit scrappy on the way up. Had to put some effort in.
Thanks. Good job. 3 whites, 3 whites.
The bar is loaded. Platform 1 for Poland. Poland.
240 bar loaded.
Herman Javenpaal
240 on the bar.
coming out next for 240. That was a tough pull, but it was a good lift, 2-1. 1 red light for lockout.
We have the bar to 250.
The bar is loaded.
250 for Suda.
Sousa
Bar is
Oliver,
loaded.
man with a bench press world record in his pocket.
Stop, please. Stop the clock. The bar is loaded.
I don't think he can challenge in the overall now, but this will move him up on deadlift.
Let's go, big boy.
Two to one, good.
Fast, very nice.
3 whites, good luck. 255.
255 next for Ivan Panfilov from ROC. 15 kilo increase on his opener.
Bar is loaded.
The bar is loaded. Platform 1. Austria.
He is leading the way in the overall and in deadlift, and that was super easy.
Good lift.
Yeah, good lift.
25, 7.5 for Soha. The bar is loaded.
Silvan Heinen, 257.5. Nice pull from the Dutch lifter.
Good lift on 2.
Bar is loaded. Platform 1 for Turkey.
257, same weight, bar loaded. For Austria, Dominique.
Dominic Fischer, Austria, for the same weight, 257.5.
Good lift to white line. Platform 1.
2 Tough break from the floor, but went all the way once it did. Once it did break from the floor. 3 white lights. Good lift there for Dominic. 285 now for Malik Banusi Triole. Like most of the lifts he's done recently, this will be a world sub-junior total record. This will move him ahead of Hopkins. 20 kilos up on his opening pull. He takes the gold medal position and the world record total back from Jack Hopkins. But here's Jack Hopkins for a double whammy. He's looking for the world record deadlift and the world record total, and moving ahead into the overall gold medal position with 1 pull. There's a lot resting on this, and we're only in the second round. 300.5 kilos on the bar. The world record is 297.5. He's going to push this out. And he is going to push this out. That was a brilliant pull from Jack Hopkins. Takes the deadlift sub-junior record, the total sub-junior record, and moves ahead in the World Championship title race. These are the standings now as we move into the 3rd round of deadlift. Akplat is going to lead us out with 180 kilos.
Bar is loaded.
Bar is ready, platform 1 for India.
Nice and easy there for Akpolat. However, he did wobble a little bit and the bar went up and down. No downward movement of the bar is allowed, so that leaves him with the best of 170 and a 475 kilo total. David Margas, 230. It's unusual, he's looking for a deadlift bronze. That's why he went up 10 kilos from first to second, and he's put 15 kilos on that to see if he can take the deadlift bronze medal. And that's a tough one. Can he lock it out? He was edging towards lockout there, but it just wouldn't quite go. Leaves him with the best of 215 and a 542.5 kilo total. Here comes Tariq Osman, 232.5 on the bar. We're cleaning the bar between every lift now, as it's the 3rd round of deadlifts.
Bar is loaded.
This will take the deadlift bronze, but it won't because it didn't go. So that leaves him with the best of 215 and a 520 kilo total.
232.5
Connor Buck is out next for 232.5. He is guaranteed now the deadlift bronze.
Bar is loaded.
And he made that more difficult by the bar rolling away from him, but he still managed to pull it. That is a bronze medal in deadlift for Connor Buck and a 550 total.
40, 240 kilos,
Andres
Andre
Metanik
from Czechia.
from Czechia
240.
for 240 kilos, 10 kilos up from his second.
Bar is loaded.
That's a tough break from the floor, and it just would not go any further. Leaves him with a best of 230 kilos. $600 kilo total though. Nice round number there. Hermanu Jarvenpää from Finland. 242.5. He is guaranteed the silver medal on deadlift. And 2-1, that gives him a 632.5 kilo total and second place overall.
From Hungary.
Sousa Oliver, 265.
He's pulling
Sorry, Dominic.
for the bronze medal in the deadlift. Followed.
This will move him up to
And bronze overall.
bronze medal in deadlift. He can't really be caught for the overall bronze. I think he is assured of that.
The bar is ready for Georgia. Sorry, Dominic.
And that takes the deadlift bronze, or at least it gets his hands on it for the minute. And he has the overall bronze too. However, Heinen has requested 267.5 to take that deadlift bronze away. I think he's nudged that up with his knee, if I'm honest. Let's see what the referees think. They agree with me. That was supporting.
Same weight on the bar. Same weight.
Leaves him with the best of 257.5 and a 625 kilo total. Dominic Fischer, Austria,
The bar is ready for Great Britain, platform 1.
for 267.5.
You put the bronze medal on the deadlift.
This will take the bronze in deadlift.
Bronze medal.
It is for the silver medal position in total. Sorry, Dominic.
Deadlift bronze on the line. He stood up with it, but I don't think those knees ever locked. 2-1, he got it. 2-1, a good lift and the deadlift bronze medal for Dominic Fischer.
267.
Ivan Panfilov next from ROC. He is in the 105s.
The bar is ready, platform 1 for Poland.
267 kilos. 267.5 kilos on the bar. And that's super easy. That gives him the deadlift gold and he walks away the 105 kilo sub-junior world champion. Now then, we have a fight on our hands here.
301.
We have two lifters who are trading deadlift world records and total world records.
New world record attempt.
First up, we have the French lifter, Malik Bernassi-Trillet. He took the sub-junior bench world record and had it snatched away by the Hungarian lifter. He took the total world record, had it snatched away by the British lifter. He's now going to take the deadlift world record away from Jack Hopkins, along with the total world record and the world title. Everything on the line with one pull. 301 kilos on the bar for Malik Bernassi-Trillet. Can he do it? And it looks like, oh, he can't quite get his shoulders back. That was so close. He's fine, he's on his feet. That was a heroic effort, but it didn't quite go. Leaves him with the best of 285, 737.5 kilo total, and the second place, which can only mean one thing.
316.
Are we going to see a change, or is he coming out for... Yes, he's changed. He's changed. He's put 310 on the bar. He has the deadlift world record. He has the total world record. He wants to extend that with a pull of 310 kilos. He walks out onto the platform, the new sub-junior 93 kilo world champion. Can he make a final pull at 310 kilos? He looks fired up. He looks ready for it. The bar's loaded. Here he comes. 310 on the bar for Jack Hopkins. That extends his deadlift world record, his total world record. And I give you Jack Hopkins of Great Britain, the new 93 kilo sub-junior world champion. We still have some deadlifts to go here. We have the 120 and 120 plus kilo categories in flight 2. We are going to kick those off with Jan Tuszynski,
The bar is loaded.
who's coming out for 180 kilos.
It is a gold lead.
Nice and easy there for Jan.
Gold medal in total and gold
Good
medal
luck from
position
two.
in that race, but it is a
230.
finish.
Forward.
We are on our way now.
Horvath out next from Hungary for 230 kilos.
For
Bar is
gold
loaded.
medal in deadlift. What say you, referee?
Good lift for Horvath.
235 for Arte. Bar's loaded.
Artem Chkalov, ROC. Opening with 235.
Now we start with the last look. On the platform 1.
Good luck on 2.
Good lift. Nika Lekhaj next from Georgia for 250.
Bar is loaded.
The bar is loaded for the first attempt.
Here he comes, 45 seconds on the clock.
Platform 1.
casually wanders out onto the platform for 250 kilos. Good lift.
252 for Lucas, Finland. The bar is loaded.
Good lift, platform 1.
Here comes Lucas Dimmick for 252.5.
The bar is loaded, platform 1 for Czechia.
Opts for rolling start conventional. Clearly works for him, as that is a good lift.
Good lift, platform 1.
265 for Mikael, Finland. Bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded, platform
Mikhail
1 for
Salamaki out
Italy.
next. He's in the 120 plus.
Italia. Good lift.
Good lift for
Good
Mikhail.
lift on 2. Say wait. Bar loaded. Iran, Turkey.
Mohamed Imran Oza now from Turkey. He has asked for 265 kilos to be placed on the bar for his opening attempt.
Good lift on 2.
Good lift for Oza.
275 for Ivan, Bulgaria.
Ivan Georgiev next.
The bar is
He absolutely smashed the world sub-junior bench press record,
Now Hungary.
and he's coming out for 275.
The bar is loaded for Hungary. First attempt.
Lovely opening pull there for Georgiev from Bulgaria.
280, Poland. The bar is loaded.
Kaczynski from Poland. Opening with 280 kilos.
The bar is loaded.
PB is 290.
Russia Olympic Committee.
Good lift for Tajinski.
285, Poland.
Good lift.
Bar is
Tajinski next in the 120s. He's opening with 285. This is only 20 kilos off the world record. It's an easy word to say, that, isn't it? Only. So let's see how this looks, whether he might have a run to the world record. Right, and that puts him in range of the total world record too. So let's see how this goes.
Was Medal. Good lift, platform 1.
And that looked pretty easy. We might see some more world records for the Polish lifter. Took a world record in squat.
take the bar down to 200 kilos.
First attempt.
And we are into the second round of deadlifts. Here's the standings so far.
Gold medal.
We have Tajinski from Oza from Chkalov in the 120 plus.
Jan,
Tajinski from Georgiev from Dimik in the 120s. This is Jan Tajinski from Poland, 15 years old, pulling 200 kilos.
Come on, Timo.
That's a good lift for Jan.
242.5 for Artem.
Here comes Artem Chikalov for 242.5.
Good lift on 2.
Good lift for Chikalov.
247.5.
Moves him up to second place. This is Horvath.
The bar is loaded.
That's a little bit scrappy. See what the referees think.
No.
They think there was some supporting there.
265.
So that was a no lift. We have Lucas Dimick out next for 265.
Loaded.
That was a little bit of a tough pull. Rolling start does make it a little bit inconsistent. But that's a good lift for Lukas from Finland.
270. Nika, Georgia. Bar
Here
loaded.
comes Nika for 270.
Downloaded for Ukraine. Platform 1.
Opened with 250s, gone up all the way to 270. I don't think that will pass. Absolutely not. There was a lot of hitching on the thighs there. So that was no lift. Mikhail Salamaki for 275.
Bar is loaded.
He's in third place on deadlift.
Finland.
He can't make the overall podium, but he could move up to fourth. This pull will indeed move him up to fourth. And that's tough, but he's made it. Good lift for Salamaki. Moves him up to fourth for the minute, puts him on second on deadlift. However, here is Mohammed Imran Oza for 280 kilos to push the finish lifter back down a place. This will give him deadlift gold, overall silver. We are only in the second round, there is still another round of deadlifts to come. Relatively tough pull, but a good one.
Good left on 2. 290. Ivan Bulgaria. Bar loaded.
Ivan Georgiev from Bulgaria for 290.
Downloaded platform 1. Bronze medal position in total.
Slow and steady for Ivan Georgiev.
Good left on 2.
Good lift.
Same weight. Bar loaded. Poland.
Next lifter out is Tajinski. He wants to take the deadlift gold back from Oza. He's in overall lead. He will be difficult but not totally impossible to catch by the Turkish lifter. And third place Chikalov is also within range, so he's going to want to get this. to establish his lead, and he just could not keep hold of it. Couldn't get his shoulders back, and then his grip went. So he's under pressure now from the Turkish lifter and the ROC lifter. Wojcinski, 300 kilos. Wojcinski is a long way up the road in the overall game, but he would also like the deadlift gold from the Bulgarian.
For the gold medal in total. The bar is loaded for Georgia. For the women,
300 kilos on the bar. We are rapidly approaching the pointy end of the competition, where world champions are crowned. Oh, unfortunately, I think there's a bit of a wobble on the bar there. I think the bar may have dipped. Yes, it did. All the referees agree that's a blue card failure. But he gets another attempt at that. He was certainly strong enough. Just lost his balance a little bit as he locked that out. So that's where we are at the minute. We can see there's some quite close competition in the 120 plus, but I think we've got our overall placings in the 120s. We're going to clean the bar up between every deadlift now, as we're into the third round. And here's Jan Szyński coming out for 215. That is just not going any further. Leaves him with less than 200, 505 kilo total. And a hug from his coach. Horváth Matthias Kolos from Hungary. Coming out for a second attempt at 247.5.
Bar is lower on 2.
Platform 1 for Poland.
And that's a good lift for Horváth. Leaves him with a total of 597.5. Now we have Artem Chekalov from ROC. He has asked for 260 kilos.
Bar is lower on 2.
Good lift, platform 1.
No, he can't quite get his hips through. It's polite to put the bar down if you can't pull it, but that leaves him with
270 for Lucas.
a best of 242.5, 722.5 kilo total. He's sitting in third place in the 120 plus. I don't really think he can be caught in the overall.
Make it count, Lucas. Make it count. The bar is
But he's well outside the medals on the deadlift. Here's Lukas Dimik from Finland. Third place overall in the 120s. Third place on deadlift. This is 270 kilos. Good lift for him, gives him a 617.5 kilo total and the bronze medal overall. Nikola Kajzer next from Georgia, 277.5. He missed 270 on his second. Gone up to 277.5. This will give him the bronze medal in deadlift. And he moved that very quickly, but he did give it a hitch at the top, unfortunately. Yeah, 2 to 1, no lift. That gives him a best of 250 and a 665 kilo total. Leaves him outside the medals. And we have Mikhail Salamaki next for 285 kilos. He's sitting third in on deadlift. He cannot lose that place now. This will move him up to first place on deadlift for the moment. It won't move. He can't reach the overall podium, unfortunately, but it'd be great to take away a deadlift gold. This is an attempt to take the deadlift gold. And that just won't go. So that gives him a 275 deadlift and a 672.5 kilo total and the deadlift bronze medal. We have Tujiński from Poland coming out for 290. He missed this last time, couldn't quite keep hold of it. This will push him ahead of Oza for the deadlift gold. Winding his grip in there, try and keep tight hold of that bar as he pulls it. Here we go. He can't quite get it through and his grip goes again. That gives him a best of 280 and the silver medal in deadlift. He's currently in the overall first place, but Oza has still to pull and he has put a world record deadlift on. But first we have the 120 kilo class, and this is Murzynski. Looking for 300 kilos to take the deadlift gold. Here we go, sits into it, starts his pull, and that was lovely. 3 white lights and a good lift at 300 kilos for Murzynski. That gives him the deadlift gold for the moment. However, Ivan Georgiev, the Bulgarian, is lighter in body weight. He has also asked for 300 kilos. Murzynski walks away, our sub-junior 120 kilo world champion, but we have yet to determine whether he takes the deadlift gold. Ivan Georgiev, the man with the world record bench, looking for 300 kilos to take the gold in deadlift. And that just won't go, so he'll have to be happy with a 290 deadlift, 697.5 kilo total, and the overall silver. One more pull to go on this platform. 300.5 kilos. This is quite a special attempt. This record was set in Suzdal, the very first Classic World Championships. This is a heroic attempt by Mohammed Imran Oza to take the World Championship title along with a deadlift gold and along with a sub-junior world record deadlift. And that just won't move. You know what? It was worth a try, but that leaves him with 280 kilo deadlift, a 735 kilo total. Tujiński is the new super heavyweight sub-junior world champion.
Please.
My name's Joe Whiteley. It's been my absolute pleasure to bring you the lifting from today. We still have the medal ceremony to come up, and we move into the open category tomorrow. I hope you'll join us then.
The podium is Okay, now we give the present for all the lifters. Okay, good. Ah, sorry. The two officials for this victory ceremony, Arnold Bostrom, IPF president, and Farshid is ASEAN president. So we have big two presidents, two regional presidents for this victory ceremony. Sub-junior, okay? Sub-junior, it is only sub-junior. Only sub-junior. Okay? Okay, everybody has a present. Okay, thank you. Now we start with the first category, sub-junior 93 kilo category squat. Bronze medal, Oliver Souza, Hungary. Hungary, okay, bronze medal. Always the second place is on the left. Always. Silver medal, Hopkins Jack for Great Britain. And the gold medal in squat, Berdossi Triore Malik for France. Thank you, thank you. And now it's bench press. Bronze medal from Great Britain, Hopkins Jack. No, the other side, thank you. The silver medal from France, Berdossi Triore Malik. And the gold medal in bench press, Oliver Souza from Hungary. Thank you. Thank you. Deadlift. Bronze medal, Fischer Dominique from Austria. Silver medal, Berdossi Triore Malik from France. With a new world record during 1 minute. And the gold medal, Hopkins Jack for Great Britain with the world record 310 kilos. Sub-junior. Thank you. And now, total. Bronze medal, Oliver Souza from Hungary, 72 kilos. The silver medal from France, Berdossi Triore Malik. Silver medal in total. And the winner of this World Championships Junior is Hopkins Jack from Great Britain. Please, out the mask for national anthem, please. Out the mask. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now we continue with the next category, 105 kilo. In squat, the bronze medal, Buck, South Africa. Silver medal, Marcus Dawid from Poland. And the gold medal, Russian Olympic Committee, Pavlov Ivan. Thank you. Now in bench press, bronze medal, Orobi Maxime from Ukraine. Silver medal, Panfilov Ivan, Russia Olympic Committee. And the gold medal in bench press is from Finland, Javenpa Ermani. Thank you. Now in deadlift, bronze medal, Bob Connor, South Africa. Silver medal, Javenpa Ermani from Finland. And the gold medal, Pavilov Ivan from Russia Olympic Committee. Thank you. Now in total of these World Championships, bronze medal, Orobi Maxime from Ukraine. The silver medal, Javenpa Ermani from Finland. And the winner of this World Championship Sub-Junior is Pavilov Ivan from Russia Olympic Committee, 690 kilos. Please, everybody stand up for Russia Olympic Committee. Please, out the last please, for the picture. Okay. Thank you. Now we continue with next category, 120 kilo sub-junior. In the squat, bronze medal, Gorgay Ivan from Bulgaria. The silver medal from Finland, Dimitri Lukas. The gold medal from Poland with a new world record, Wiedźmiowski Christian. 200.5 kilos. Thank you. Thank you. Now in bench press, bronze medal, Dimitri Lukas from Finland. The silver medal, Wiedźmiowski Christian from Poland. And the very strong bench press for gold medal from Bulgaria, Georgiev Ivan, 207.5 kilos. Thank you. Now in deadlift, bronze medal, Finland, Dimitri Lukas. The silver medal, Gorgay Ivan, Bulgaria. And the gold medal from Poland, Wiedźmiowski Christian. Thank you. And now in total of these World Championships, bronze medal, Dimitri Lukas from Finland. Silver medal, Jorge Ivan from Bulgaria. And the winner of this World Championship Sub-Junior is Muzecki Christian from Poland, 753 kilos. Please, out the mask, please, for national anthem of Poland. Thank you very much. Now the last category, sub-junior. In squat, bronze medal, Ozer Mohamed Iblan from Turkey. Silver medal, Turkey Bartolini from Poland. And the gold medal, Shakalov Artem from Russia Olympic Committee. Thank you. Now in bench press. Bench press, Sasha, please. Sasha, please, bench press. Bronze medal, Tuzgitski Bartolini from Poland. The silver medal from Turkey, Ozer Mohamed. And the gold medal, Shakalov Artem, Russia Olympic Committee. Thank you. Now deadlift. Bronze medal, Salomaki Mikael from Finland. Silver medal, Tutsinski Bartolini from Poland. And the winner, the gold medal, Ozer Mohamed Iblan from Turkey. The gold medal for Turkey. Thank you. Picture. Thank you. Thank you. And now in total, bronze medal, Shakalov Artem, Russia Olympic Committee. The silver medal in this championship, Ozer Mohamed, 735 kilos. And the winner of this World Championships in this category, Tuzgitski Bartolini from Poland. Sub-junior, 120 kilograms. Please stand up for national anthem from Poland. much. Okay. We have a referee for the lifter. A referee for the lifter, please. Okay, music. And the big applause of the audience for the sub-junior during this World Championships. We have found a line fall.